Hey everyone, Carly Simons from Lead Geek Marketing here, back for video 10 of the Secret Sauce of Facebook ad series. Thanks for hanging in through 10, I appreciate it. So today we're going to talk about success and ad fatigue and how to know whether or not your ad is performing as well as it should be. So that seems like it should be an easy statement, but it's a bit trickier than it seems because Facebook gives you a lot of quantifiable results to decide whether or not your ad is working up to your standards or is as successful as you would like it to be. A pretty common theme throughout this series has been focusing on your goal. What do you want your ad to accomplish? Do you want somebody to just click through, to go to your website, to make a purchase, to enter their information? There are quantifiable ways to measure all of these versions of success. And there's a lot of acronyms and a lot of kind of definitions of things that we're going to go through just so you know what you're looking at when you hop onto Ads Manager and see the results of an ad that you posted. So first thing we're going to talk about is impressions. And I still don't have an easel, so I'm just going to hold these up. First thing is impressions. Like I mentioned, that's just the number of times your ad is shown. Now, the bottom here, it says this is not how many people see your ad, because impressions can happen on a person more than once. Let's say, for example, you have an ad that you're sending, and you wouldn't send it to a group this small, but you're sending an ad to 100 people. Eventually, all 100 people are going to see your ad, so it's going to start sending it to them again. So the impression, again, is the total number of times your ad is shown. To piggyback off of that, we've got the CPM, which is the cost per 1,000 impressions. This is just another quantifiable number that Facebook is going to have for you to check out. Third, we're talking about reach. So reach is the number of people who saw your ad at least once. Now remember, this is different than impressions because impressions is the number of times your ad is shown, and impressions can happen to people more than once. The reach is just one person who has seen your ad one time. They can't be repeated. All right, next, CPR or CPL, cost per result or cost per lead. This is just as simple as it sounds, how much it costs for you to get that result or to get that lead. Facebook usually refers to it as CPR, as do most people as well. Next definition, CPC, cost per click. How much it costs for you to get that click on your advertisement itself. And the last one is pretty important. People focus on this a lot, but it should not be the sole area of focus for you. And that's the CTR, known as the click-through rate. Now, this is the total clicks divided by the impressions, or the total clicks divided by the number of times your ad was shown. Now, you can measure all clicks, people who like, comment, share, click that way, or you can also just measure the link click-through rate, which is people who are only clicking the external link to go to another website. So, for example, if you're optimizing for clicks or you want to see your click-through rate, or you're doing it manual for some reason, you don't have to. But if you have 10 clicks on your ad, over 1,000 impressions, you're going to have a 1% click-through rate. Now, how do we know if that's good or not? Well, it's going to depend on your industry. It's going to depend on your niche and how well ads have been performing across your industry. So here's a little sheet to kind of show you the differences in industry averages for click-through rates on Facebook. So these are actually, it may seem that fitness is the lowest performer, but this was from a really big WordPress infographic that I'll link in the text above. But fitness was actually, pretty high up there, about halfway on the list. So this is just a list of the top performers for Facebook ads. But the click-through rate for the legal industry is, 1.61%. Compared to the fitness industry where it's 1.01%. Now, across all Facebook ads, you're sitting at about 0.9% click-through rate. Now, all of these industries, on average, perform a bit higher than that, which is good. which is what you're looking for. But you need to know your industry average, your standard, because if you're in the legal field up here and your click-through rate is only 1.01%, sure, you're beating the Facebook average and you're beating the fitness industry, or you're at par with the fitness industry average, but your ads are underperforming or could be underperforming based on results from your field recently. This kind of carries over this variation into other industries as well. For example, average cost per click on Facebook is about $1.72. In the finance industry, the cost per click is about $3.71, which is, you know, a couple dollars difference. That's a massive difference. Your cost per click and cost per result are going to be a bit higher if you're selling a super niche item, or it's a really high ticket item, something like that. But just know that there is a huge gradient, a huge variation of, you know, cost per click, click-through rate, different things like that for different industries on Facebook. Now, when you're looking at all of these statistics, keep your goal in mind. I've said it and you're going to be so sick of me saying it, but you have to know what you're striving for to know if you are successful or not. Don't base your opinion just on the click-through rate or just on this or that. Really try to get a holistic view, know what you're shooting for, and know what the numbers mean so you can, you know, better analyze how well your ad is performing. Now, let's end this off and talk about ad fatigue. Ad fatigue is basically when your ad's been running for a while. Let's say you've got an ad, you put it out there, it starts strong, it's doing so great, it's killing it, it's crushing it. But without a bit of sprucing up of, you know, over time, ad fatigue will set in. It'll get tired just like us. If we go all the time, we get tired, we need to rest. Eventually we kind of, that's what your ad's gonna do. You know, you're gonna see the click-through rate drop and the frequency of your ad appearances go through the roof. It's kind of like your ad wore out its welcome a little bit, but you don't have to start completely from scratch. What you can do is you can spruce up, you know, the creative, the copy, change your offer, things like that. And, you know, you have the same bones of the ad to continue forward. It's just going to perform a little bit better. Over time, all ads will experience ad fatigue, and you can, you know, scrap it on and move to the next, or you can put it in your long-term game and figure out a way to keep rejuvenating that ad and see continued long-term success. So I hope that, you know, your new knowledge of what all these crazy acronyms and things mean, and you are able to log on and see how successful and how much your ads are killing it. We'll see you next time.